Bonjour! I know most people love France and French people, but it doesn't apply to everyone. So I wondered, who are the most hated French people? I did a little research and here is the list of the top 7. But please note that they are not ranked by level of hatred towards them, but rather historically, from past history to present day. But I need you to tell me whether they are worth the hate. And as always, this will be an interesting, educational and fun video. Don't miss number 7. French President Emmanuel Macron and the protest from the French farmer. Also, at the end, I will be telling you more about one of my principles in life, so stay on board. Marie Antoinette was the Queen of France from 1774 to 1793. She is associated with the decline of the French monarchy. She was the last Queen of France before the French Revolution and the establishment of the French Republic. During the protests of the French Revolution, people were asking for bread, and she is said to have replied, "Qu'ils mangent de la brioche," which means, let them eat cake. I remember hearing about it in history classes in school, but some now say that she didn't say that. She was accused of treason and guillotined in 1793. She was so polite that she even apologized to her executioner for stepping on his foot. She died at 37, which is my age. It is sad, but here are some interesting facts. She met Mozart when they were both children. Later in life, she was very innovative and creative with her dresses and hair and invented the poof hairstyle. During her short life, she gave money to the poor rather than buying Christmas gifts and financially supported local artists like Vigée Lebrun, Gluck, Grétry and Sacchini. These artists then became famous, but they wouldn't have made it without her support. So why was she hated so much? Pétain was initially a World War I hero, but his name was removed from streets in France. Why? Because during the Second World War, when France surrendered to Germany in 1940, he is infamous for becoming the head of the non-occupied French government and collaborating with the enemy of those times. But what many people don't know is that he is the one who implemented the retirement system in France. Jacques Chirac was mayor of Paris before becoming the president of France from 1995 to 2007. He was infamous for his decision to run nuclear tests in 1995 in the French Polynesia, located in the South Pacific. There was radioactive fallout on New Zealand and Australia, and because of this, he is very much hated by the people of those nations. He didn't enjoy British food, but he didn't like Margaret Thatcher, and on this, many of you will agree. Nicolas Sarkozy was the French president from 2007 to 2012. He is infamous for saying that the ones causing trouble in the suburbs are stains that need to be cleaned with a Karcher, and the Karcher is a brand of pressure washers. I know that there are problems in the suburbs, but this is not a reason to use such terms. And indeed, it caused quite an uproar in France. Also, Sarkozy was convicted of corruption. François Hollande was the French president from 2012 to 2017. He lacked leadership and authority, so French people called him flamby, which is a pudding with a jelly consistency. Yes, he promised a lot, but didn't deliver, and instead invented and increased taxes. But one lesson we can take from him is that when faced with challenges, he always remained calm. I think that's a good life lesson, isn't it? You may have heard it in the news that Bayrou is proposing to remove 2 days from the total of 11 bank holidays in France as part of planned budget cuts. Oh la 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 la! This is causing a lot of protests. Nobody wants to have 2 less days of holidays per year. Also, these days are quite symbolic historically. The 1st of May in France is about workers' rights, and French people celebrate it by not working. And the 8th of May is linked to the 8th of May 1945, which marked the end of World War II in Europe. So, would it be fair to cancel these 2 national holidays for financial gains? And now, Emmanuel Macron, French president from May 2017 to May 2027, and maybe even until May 2032? My dear compatriots, I am very happy to be here with you today, and it often takes a disaster for you to see your president, but I wanted to bear witness because in fact I care for the people of France and I... No, liar, that's enough. Hello people from all over the world. I am French, a French farmer. We are coming with our tractors to block Paris again. And we are sick of these conditions. And we want better working conditions and better life. Macron could have been a good president, but his arrogance and disregard for the people made him widely disliked. And when he decided to increase fuel taxes in 2018, it triggered the massive Les Gilets jaunes protests, Gilets jaunes meaning yellow vests. The protests lasted for more than a year. It was such a mess across France with massive shortages of fuel, road blockages at most roundabouts, and a lot of violence and damages to property. It caused challenges for me. I had a plane ticket booked to go to France to see my family, but I was unable to travel as there was no fuel for cars and there were blockages at the airport in France. And now, on the positive side, Macron implemented financial support during the pandemic. He also reduced unemployment by 2% and improved conditions at work. I find it interesting that the ones French people hate the most are their rulers and politicians, and especially the series of last presidents. But what is your take on the 7 I listed today? And what is people's attitude towards rulers and politicians in your country? Some politicians' past remains like a stain, while others are given a second chance. Personally, I don't hate anyone. Loving our neighbor as ourselves is one of my principles in life. It comes from the Bible, and I think that nowadays people should have more love for one another. And now, I have an announcement to make. Channel memberships are available, and this is a great way to support the channel. There are different perks available depending on the level you choose, such as me responding to your comments first, early access to videos, and access to members-only videos. If you would like to hear a lot of positivity, please take a look at these videos. They are quite popular and I am sure you will like them. Au revoir, bisous!